Okay, I wish you a wonderful good morning. My name is Henning, and I will teach you today something about storytelling. Just a quick few things about me. I live in Hamburg. I just arrived yesterday here in Dresden, wonderful city. And I'm a trainer for creativity, innovation, and storytelling. So what do? I visit companies and tell them about storytelling, about creativity, about training. I'm a business trainer. And I have another job at Film School Munich. I'm a film professor where I teach storytelling, where I teach creativity. And this is how we come together. I've trained the Fraunhofer Institute once before, so you are my second class together. And we will talk about storytelling. So let me start. Our first question. Do you all have a pen? You have a pen? Please get ready with your pen. And my next question would be, do you have a laptop? My hands up, who has a laptop? Great, everyone has a laptop. Because later on we will make groups, and each group needs one laptop. Yeah, but that's for later. You can turn now to page 9. Please turn to page 9. If you don't have a booklet, there are still booklets on the table if you don't have one. Please turn to page 9. Okay. Now then let's start. I'm going to tell you something about the 7 basic stories. There's a great book called The 7 Basic Stories. It's by Christopher Booker. And Christopher Booker is a literature professor. And he found out whatever story you tell me, if it's a movie, if it's literature, if it's an Irish limerick, if it's a joke, if it's a Chinese poem, I can break it down to one of the 7 basic stories. He says every story you tell, you can break down to the 7 basic stories. That's revolutionary. He says there are only 7 stories in the world. And these he calls the basic stories. This is the famous book. And here you see the stories. Overcoming the Monster, Rags to Riches, The Quest, Voyage and Return, Comedy, Tragedy, and Rebirth. That's a really revolutionary thought. Every story in this world is one of these archetypal stories. And I will teach you now these 7 basic stories. I will teach you them. And in the future, you know what kind of story do you have to tell to promote your idea. You have an idea. And in the future, you will know what story do I need to promote my idea. Okay, I start with something funny. This here is the summary of Walt Disney's Pocahontas. Who knows the movie Pocahontas by Walt Disney? Okay, not everyone. I tell you very quick. It's a comic, the Walt Disney Pocahontas. The story is about the following: a British soldier comes from England to America and there he gets the order to fight against the natives, American natives. Everything is wonderful. He's ready to fight against the American natives. But suddenly something happens. He gets captured by the American natives. He gets imprisoned by the American natives. They catch him. And he doesn't like the American natives. Yeah? He's British and he wants to take their land, and he doesn't like the American natives. So he sits in his prison and is very angry that he's captured and that he's imprisoned. But as time goes by, he suddenly realizes, hey, the American natives are friendly. They are nice. They are good people. And it's their land. And as time goes by, he becomes friends with the American natives. And as time goes by, he falls in love with Pocahontas. Pocahontas is the daughter of the chief of the American natives. And as time goes by, he says, I will stay with the American natives, and I will go to war with the American natives against the British soldiers. They win the battle against the British soldiers, and they live happily together and get children. That's the story of Pocahontas, Walt Disney Pocahontas. And now, something very funny, this guy crossed out all the dates, all the names, and all the locations of the summary, and put in the dates, the location, and the names of James Cameron's Avatar. Who of you knows James Cameron's Avatar? A lot. And look at that, it's exactly the same story. It's exactly the same story. An American soldier is sent to a planet, and there he has to fight against the blue monsters. Yeah, and he hates the blue monsters. But suddenly something happens, and he gets captured, he gets imprisoned by the blue monsters. And he hates them, because he was told to hate them. But as time goes by, he loves them. He realizes they are nice people. They have the same feelings as we do. And he joins them, he stays with them, and he fights with them against the American soldiers. They win the battle, and they get children together. So what I want to tell you, in storytelling, it's often like this, that the bass line is the same, the melody is different, but the bass line is the same. And this is what I will teach you today. Let's stay with music. Hearing the bass line to Under Pressure, dum 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 dum, realizing it's Ice Ice Baby. Yeah? That is often the case in storytelling, that the bass line is the same, but the melody is different. I want to show you a funny video. This is a band called The Axis of Awesome. It's an Australian band. And they found out that a lot of #1 hits from the last 40 years are based on the same bass line. The melody is different, but the bass line is the same. Let's listen to this song.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jordan.
I'm Lee.
And we are the Axis of Awesome.
And I'm Benny.
We've been a comedy rock band for close to 40 years now. And all that time, we've never had a hit. And
Yeah, but you guys know why.
Why?
Because we never wrote a 4-chord song.
What's that? What's a 4-chord song, Benny?
Well, if you want all the greatest hits from the past 40 years, just use 4 chords. Same 4 chords for every song. It's dead simple to write a pop hit.
Just 4?
Yeah, these 4. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 chords.
Sorry, let me
That's
get this straight, Chicken Little. What you're trying to say is you can take those 4 chords, repeat them, and pump out every pop song ever. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off, Chicken Little.
Just listen. Do you recognise this?
Yeah, that is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
It's a great song.
Very original
There's a few more that
song.
fit. Check it out.
My life is brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure.
Well, that's just 2 songs that are similar. That's not a big
forever young,
3
I
songs.
wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate. hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. This is the way you left me. I'm not pretending. No love, no hope, no glory, no happy ending. 'Cause you were amazing. We did amazing things. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. Feel the love tonight, and she will be loved. Yeah, she will be loved. The pictures of you, pictures of me, hung upon your wall for the world to see. 'Cause I can't live with or without you. Whenever I fall.
The song continues 20 minutes, and there are even songs from Elvis Presley, even songs from AC/DC. What I want to tell you, a lot of songs have the same bass line. The melody is different, the bass line is the same, and that's exactly the same with storytelling. Most of the stories have the same bass line, the melody is different, but most of the stories have the same bass line. Okay, this is what you have on page 9. These are the 7 basic stories. Overcoming the Monster, Rags to Riches, The Quest, Voyage and Return, Comedy, Tragedy, and Rebirth. I start with Overcoming the Monster. Overcoming the monster means good versus evil. We love to belong to the good side. We love stories where the good fights against the evil. Yeah? Every James Bond movie is good against evil. There are 26 different James Bond movies out there, and it's always the same story. It's always good against evil. And in the last minute, James Bond can save the world. The next one is Rags to Riches. Rags to Riches means from poor to rich, from stupid to intelligent, from fat to skinny, from unknown to known. We love stories where people make a journey from one state to another state. Very famous is Cinderella. Very famous is Rocky. You know Rocky, the movie? At the beginning, he's a poor bouncer, and at the end, he's a box championship. Yeah? Rags to riches. But Cinderella is the typical story. She's poor, she's a farmer girl, she's hated, but at the end, she's rich, she's a queen. Yeah, that's rags to riches. Or in Germany, we have the fairy tale, The Ugly Duck. Have you ever heard of that? The Ugly Duck? Das hässliche Entlein? Yeah, in Germany, this is a typical rags to riches story. Then we have The Quest. I read what it reads there. The hero sets out on a mission facing many obstacles and temptations along the way. This is the typical hero's journey. The hero leaves the door and things happen. Obstacles, chances, risks, a little bit love, obstacles, and he has a challenge. And we love stories where we are close with the hero, where we feel with the hero. At the end, there's a great happy end. Then we have Voyage and Return. I read what it says there. The hero ventures to a strange land, overcoming the threats it poses, and returns a changed person. That is Simba from Lion King. Who has seen Lion King? Okay. Lion King from Walt Disney. It's about a story about a little lion who gets chased away from the land where he lives. He lives then the Hakuna Matata lifestyle. And after living the Hakuna Matata lifestyle, he goes back to his land and becomes a king. Voyage and Return means you live somewhere, then you travel somewhere, there you learn something, and then you go back. That's Voyage and Return. Then we have comedy. Yeah, I don't have to explain you what's comedy. In every culture, in every date of time, we have comedy in storytelling. Then we have tragedy. These are the sad stories. Again here, in whatever culture we live, in whatever time we live, there are always tragic stories. And finally, we have rebirth, a story of reinvention and renewal. These often start off with tragic tones, then blossom into happy endings. We love stories where people are reborn again with new powers, with new superpowers. Okay, I am from advertising originally. This is why I show you now examples from advertising. And I show you, we in advertising, we use the 7 basic stories one to one. Here is the first one. This is a commercial for Huawei. And in this is a commercial for showing you how overcoming the monster works. Overcoming the monster. In this commercial, there are 2 monsters. First, the hero sees a monster and is afraid of the monster. He has to overcome his fear to that monster. And in the very end, he sees the monster in himself and has to overcome the monster in himself. Let's watch.
Seit 2 Tagen geht ein Foto um die Welt.
Die virale Sensation des Jahres.
Das ist Gnu-Gnu.
Gnu-Gnu, die rätselhafte Entdeckung eines Schülers sorgt für Begeisterung auf allen.
Behörden warnen eindringlich vor der Verniedlichung des Wesens.
Spezialeinheiten, das Waldstück, in dem die Kreatur vermutet wird.
Gefahr für die angrenzenden Bewohner.
Nach vorliegenden Informationen könnte eine Gegenmutation
Okay, you see, that was an overcoming the monster story. He overcame the fear to the monsters he sees in the woods and in himself, overcoming the monster. Next is rags to riches. Rags to riches means from poor to rich, from stupid to intelligent, from fat to skinny. Cinderella is a good example for rags to riches. Here, typical is that advertisement for diet products. First you show somebody who is thick, and later you show the same person which is thin. That's a typical rags to riches story, from thick to thin. But I show you another story. It's from Italy. This is a story from Diesel Jeans commercial, and it's about a man who turns into a woman.
Hey girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you stay last night? In the pines, where the sun don't
from rags to riches, from man to woman. Yeah? People love stories where we tell a change, where people change to the true soul of themselves. We love stories like this, from man to woman, from rags to riches. Next is the quest. The quest is a typical hero's journey. So we love stories where we are very close with the hero, where we feel with the hero, where we want to know what's the hero's next decision. And here, for example, Nicole Kidman. Every movie from Nicole Kidman is a quest, is a hero's journey. We want to know what is she doing next, what is her problems, what are their obstacles, where is she fighting against. We love the hero's journey, we love the quest. And I show you now a commercial from HSBC Bank. This commercial stays very close with our hero, and we feel what kind of obstacles the hero has. This is an engineer from Poland, and his boss tells him, please travel to India, because in India they sell our washing machines like crazy. Find out why they buy our washing machines. Yeah? So he travels to India to find out why they buy their washing machines.
Sprzedajemy coraz więcej pralek w Indiach. Dowiedz się dlaczego.
W Indiach?
If you're going to do business internationally, you should be with a bank that knows about international business. HSBC Commercial Banking spans 64 countries and territories around the globe.
With your machines are make 10 times more less than I used to.
Your business success is out there.
Yeah, that's a very nice hero's journey. We are close with the hero, we feel with the hero, we want to know the obstacles. Next one is voyage and return. Remember, the hero is here, then he travels into another land, he learns there a lesson, he goes back to his land and uses what he learned. Very famous is Simba from Lion King, and I show you a movie from Scandinavian Airlines. Scandinavian Airlines makes a story here totally on voyage and return. It proves that everything which is built in Scandinavia came from voyages, and what they learned there, they're using in Scandinavia. That's a very recent commercial from Scandinavian Airlines.
What is truly Scandinavian?
Grattis!
Absolutely nothing.
Nada.
Niente.
There is no such thing.
Everything is copied. Our democracy?
Vi människor som tillsammans formar framtiden.
Credit goes to Greece. Parental leave?
Thank you, Switzerland.
The iconic Scandinavian windmills were actually invented in Persia. And we made the German bicycle a staple of our cities. It's Turkish.
What?
Smapple?
Dutch.
What about licorice?
It's Chinese. And
Midsommarstången?
German.
And it gets worse.
Rumor has it the oh-so-Swedish meatballs might not be as Swedish as you think, but Turkish.
Even the Danish isn't Danish.
It's Austrian. And the pride of Norway, the paperclip, was actually invented by an American.
And while we're at it,
America, thank you for taking the first steps in empowering the women's rights movement. We're no better
than our Viking ancestors.
We take everything we like on our trips abroad, adjust it a little bit, and
voila!
It's a unique Scandinavian thing. Going out into the world inspires us to think big, even though we're quite small. Because every time we go beyond our borders, we add colors,
innovation, progress.
Adding the best of everywhere to here. In a way, Scandinavia was brought here. Piece by piece. By everyday people who found the best of our home away from home. So, we can't wait to see what wonderful things you'll bring home next.
Okay, that was Voyage and Return. We love stories where people took a long journey to find something out and then go back and teach us what they learned from far away. The next one is comedy. And here I show you a very famous German example. Who of you knows the company Bosch? Oh, everyone, great. Bosch is a very serious company, very rational, very conservative. At Bosch, you don't make jokes. Yeah? It's a serious company, very, very German in South Germany, and no jokes, very conservative and rational. Bosch wants to become the #1 company in Internet of Things. They are really good in that, Internet of Things. So they made a big campaign telling the world we are the best company in Internet of Things. But that campaign failed. Nobody listened, nobody cared. So Bosch went to a famous ad agency in Germany called Jung von Matt and said, Jung von Matt, can you help us to make a campaign that really works, that tells the world that we are #1 in Internet of Things? And Jung von Matt said, I can help you, but we want to make a comedy piece. We want to make comedy with you. And Bosch said, no comedy. We are not a funny company. So they didn't work together. But then after 6 weeks, the marketing director called Jung von Matt again and said, okay, let's do it. Let's try something funny. So Jung von Matt, the ad agency, made a funny commercial for Bosch to promote that Bosch is the best company concerning Internet of Things. And it's a big success, yeah? And it's a big thing in Germany that for the first time Bosch is making a funny commercial. And it's telling the world that we are #1 in Internet of Things. Let's watch the movie.
Start my days, sun rays, I tap the phone, coffee's on, I mow the lawn, impressing Sean, so connected, so effective, I let it drop, clean it up, heat and smart, I do my part, get in the car, superstar, they're watching me, IoT, IoT, IoT. IoT, I check my stock, what a shock, buy some prawn, my oven's on, coming home, future zone, all for me, IoT, 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 IoT. Live like a Bosch, with many connectivity solutions for a smarter future. From Bosch.
Okay, next one is tragedy. That's the 6th basic story. People often think that we can't make commercials with tragedy. In commercials you think everything has to be happy, funny. No, you can make drama in advertising too. This year is now a commercial by Pfizer for vaccination against a certain fly. Yeah, it's in German, but you will easily understand it. Yeah, it's a drama, it's terrific, it's a horror ad where you really get scared and you want to get the vaccination. Yeah, let's have a look.
Die Zecke. Sie lauert überall. Wald, Wiese, Park. Ihr Stechwerkzeug reißt die Haut auf, bohrt sich ins Fleisch. Ihr Speichel überträgt das FSME-Virus, potenziell tödlich. Ist das furchtbar. Also, fragt jetzt euren Arzt nach der FSME-Impfung.
That's it. Terrific. Horror. It gives you fear. And fear can be a motor for changing. Yeah? There is storytelling with fear. And now we come to the last story. That's rebirth. We love stories of the comeback. Rebirth is a typical comeback, where people lay in the dust and suddenly they rise again, and they feel full of power again. Here is a famous movie by Audi, which is a great commercial telling how rebirth works.
Mr. President, thank you for choosing the moon.
Now approaching our lunar sunrise. Oh, this view is magnificent. This has to be the proudest day of our lives.
Not hungry, huh?
Is he eating?
Nope.
Okay, Commander. Come with me.
Stand by for 10-second countdown.
Roger, looks great, Houston.
Sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Liftoff. We have liftoff.
Yeah, that was rebirth. Okay, here are again the 7 basic stories. You learned now something very important. Christopher Booker tells us there are only 7 stories in the world. Told again and again. The baselines are 7 basic stories. The melody is different, but the baseline is the same. It's overcoming the monster, rags to riches, the quest, voyage and return, comedy, tragedy, and rebirth. And now I want to make an exercise with you. Please, everyone get up. And I want you now to form teams of 3 people. 3 people always get together. Please find your team. 3 people go together. Okay, no. Does everybody found a team? Okay. Yes, you belong to this one. Okay. Okay, now listen carefully. You do overcoming the monster. You do rags to riches. You do the quest. You do voyage and return. You do comedy. Who's the team? Okay, wait here. You do tragedy. Yeah? Who's the next team? You're just 2? That's okay. You do rebirth. You do rebirth. You do overcoming the monster. You 3, you do rags to riches. You do the quest. Next team. You 3, you do voyage and return. Voyage and return. Which is the next team? You do comedy. You're the next team. You do tragedy. And you do rebirth. Has every team a topic? Has every team a topic? Did I forget someone? Okay, then please sit down again. Okay. Now, please turn to page 10. Please turn to page 10. I read to you the text which is written above. Dear roommates, I hope you all had a nice weekend. I would like to address an issue that has come to my attention in recent weeks: garbage disposal. Unfortunately, I often take out the garbage alone, and that shouldn't be the case. It is important that we all take responsibility together and make sure that the garbage is disposed of regularly so that our shared apartment remains clean and pleasant. I suggest that we create a small plan and who takes out the garbage and when. This way we can ensure that it is distributed fairly and that none of us bears all the responsibility. It would be ideal if we also took the different types of garbage into account in order to make disposal more efficient. Thank you for your help and understanding. Let's make sure that we all contribute to a tidy and harmonious coexistence in our shared apartment. Best regards, Melanie. So you understand the problem. Melanie lives in a shared apartment with her colleagues, but it's a big mess. Nobody takes care of the garbage. Yeah? So she wrote a letter to her colleagues in her shared apartment. Let's get away with the trash together. Let's do something. I want you to rewrite this story with overcoming the monster. You understand? Rewrite totally this story and imagine what could be the monster. What could be the string, the red string in the story when you use overcoming the monster. Do you understand how to use it? You need your laptop for that. You rewrite the story and put it in your laptop. Is that clear? Who's the next group? You do Rags to Riches. You take this story and rewrite it by rewriting it with Rags to Riches. Do you understand what to do? Does every group understand what to do? Yeah? I want to prove you that this is a nice letter. But now you make the letter really excellent by using the 7 basic stories. You can type your story in your laptop. Yes? Rewrite the story in your laptop. Okay, you have 5 to 10 minutes. Let's go. Is everybody ready? Great. I would like to start with you. Can you please come up here on stage?
All of them?
No, just one. And loud and proud, you read the story to them and tell them what you've been. You've been overcoming the monster. Tell them what story type you've been. Okay, everybody listen, please.
The story type is overcoming the monster.
Can you hear him? Yeah.
Louder, please.
Louder, please.
Okay, the story type is overcoming the monster. Okay, and here it is. Roommates. I just woke up and I heard something crawling in the kitchen. I grew the courage.
Come on, take a microphone. Take a microphone. Test.
Roommates. I just woke up and I heard something crawling in the kitchen. I grew the courage to go to there and take a peek. Suddenly, I saw a milk box with little legs. moving on the kitchen counter with a multi-loaf of bread and a couple of eaten pizza slices, marching behind it. It was horrifying. I ran to the room and grabbed my flip-flops and went back to the kitchen to find the milk box has tripped and spoiled all over the kitchen floor. And the stench was nasty. I was going to puke. Then I ran to grab the insect spray to try to kill it, but I ran out of breath. It just made them mad. They started screaming at me, "Please come help. I'm trapped in the kitchen closet." They cornered me into it. "Bring anything you can grab from your rooms, and I already have all the cleaning equipment in here, but I'm too scared to do it alone. We have to unite our efforts to defeat these monsters." Okay.
Wait. Okay. Next team, and also please tell them what kind of story type you had.
I'm gonna stand there. I had Rags to Riches, number 2. Dear roommates, once upon a time in our shared apartment, a humble struggle emerged. The garbage bin stood there like a monster, growing bigger every day, ignored by most and carried out only by one brave soul, me. Alone, I fought this endless battle, dragging down the heavy bags, dreaming of a day when this burden would no longer rest on a single pair of shoulders. But then, a thought struck to my mind. What if we transformed the small daily struggle into a success story? Imagine each of us taking responsibility together, the load shared fairly, our home remaining clean, fresh, and welcoming. No more one hero, instead, a team of equals. The treasure, a tidy and harmonious apartment where everyone contributes. The path, a simple plan, a schedule for who takes out the garbage and when. Each of us would play our part, turning the score into a victory of cooperation. Let's rise together from the rags of overflowing trash to the riches of a spotless home. Thank you for joining this quest.
Next group, please.
Can we come all three?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So our historical quest.
Everybody listen, please. Please.
In the apartment's kitchen.
Wait, first tell, what is your story type?
The quest.
The quest.
Yeah.
The quest.
In the apartment's kitchen, a dark power rose, the garbage piece growing higher with every passing day. Alone, Melanie the vigilant fought it, and again she dragged the heavy sack into the night. But even heroes grow weary. At last, she called her roommates.
Comrade, this monster is not mine to fight alone. Together we must stand, or together we shall fall.
And so the Fellowship of Cleanness was born. United, take down the garbage beast, and peace returned to the apartment.
Thank you, all of you.
Wait, stay here because of the microphone.
Thank you so much.
Next team, please.
Okay. Okay, our story is about Voyage and Return, number 4.
Okay, listen, everybody listen. This is Voyage and Return.
Okay. Recently, Julieta visited a nice summer vacation. She saw was insightful for waste management. She saw new waste management techniques. However, during the night, when she was just chilling on the beach, she saw recyclers late in the night, picking up beer bottles, walking long distances, and dealing with dirty. Because most of the people don't make the effort to separate the garbage. She felt compassion and empathy for them. When she arrived back to her place, she saw their flymates didn't separate it and take the garbage out for 4 weeks. She felt angry and disappointed, and then she imagined like a recycler will be struggling with their garbage, trying to find something valuable into the messiness. She took a breath and wrote, "Please, guys, take the garbage out."
Bravo. Next team, please. Wait for the microphone.
Okay. There we go. All set.
And here. And please, before you start, tell what story do you have? Comedy.
Yeah.
Please tell them that you have comedy.
Hello, everyone. So our theme was comedy. And we have used a bit of sarcasm. Dear roommates.
Everybody listen, please.
Dear roommates, I hope you all had a nice weekend in a clean and tidy apartment with a complement of smell that is good for mouse and cockroaches. However, this wonderful smell can be eliminated if we together take the responsibility of throwing the garbage, or rather the holy garbage, in the right disposal bins. I would propose that we take some time from our busy schedule to make our apartment civilized for the coexistence of humans. We must make sure that no one should be burdened with this sacred task, and hence we must bifurcate this responsibility amongst ourselves. Thank you.
Next group, please. This is Tragedy. Tragedy is coming now. Kannst du da drauf klicken? Jawohl, Held.
The paper bin is overflowing with pizza boxes. The paper waste is still there. Fruit flies are everywhere. The bio waste is still there. I tripped over empty glass bottles in the evening. The glass waste is still there. The rats are eating the couch. The garbage is still there. I am collapsing, struggling alone, against the waste in our flat. This is not how we want to live. Don't let it end like this. Clean up the trash.
Your microphone. Next group, please. Can you stick this? Can you stick it here? This is drama. Tragedy is coming now. No, Rebirth. I'm sorry, Rebirth. Rebirth is coming now.
Yeah, so we tried to recreate the story under the category of rebirth, and it's a third-person perspective. So, yeah. Melanie lived a happy life with her family. She was very close to them, and their traditions and gatherings gave her a strong sense of connection and support. But last month, she moved to a new city to start the next step in her career. So to avoid feeling lonely, she chose a shared apartment, hoping to find companionship and emotional support. but things are not as she expected. Her roommates kept to themselves, they didn't communicate, didn't care about discipline, and lived without order. To Melanie, their way of living felt depressing and empty. She often found herself being the only one to take out the garbage while the others ignored it. Still, Melanie didn't give up. She remembered the happy and balanced life she had before, and she wanted to bring that feeling back. So instead of waiting for change, she decided to take the first step. She began to talk to her roommates about how clean, disciplined, supportive home with laughter and warmth could improve their mental health and daily lives. Slowly, her words started to make a difference. The apartment became more organized and her roommates began to open up a little. Bit by bit, a sense of community replaced the silence. Through this experience, Melanie was reborn. She realized that even far from her family, she could create a happy and supportive life by leading with kindness and patience. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Okay. That's enough. Please forgive me, we don't have the time to listen to all the stories. I know you gave everything, but we have to continue. Yeah? So let's clap for all the other stories. I want you, please turn to page 11. Okay, we do one more exercise. Who of you has ever heard of the company Pixar? Everyone knows Pixar, that's great. Pixar is a great film company. They do wonderful movies. Every Wednesday evening, you have the chance at Pixar to pitch your new movie idea. You have a great movie idea and you work at Pixar, you have the great chance every Wednesday evening after work to present in the lobby your new movie idea. But there's a rule at Pixar. It has to be a 10 seconds pitch. A 10 seconds pitch. And it has to follow this rhythm. Once upon a time there was blah, 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 blah. Every day, blah, 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 blah. One day, blah, blah, blah. Because of that, blah, blah, blah. Because of that, blah, blah, blah. Until finally, blah, blah, blah. If you present your 10 seconds pitch, it has to fit into this rhythm. And if people liked it, if they say, yes, we want to hear more, then you are allowed to present your 10 minutes pitch. But first, at Pixar, you have to show it in this 10 seconds. This is called the Pixar pitch. The Pixar pitch. We stay now in the same groups, yeah? You are one group, and I want you to make a 10 seconds pitch for your Fraunhofer division. What's it called? Where you from? Green ICT? Yeah, this is an old company. I want you to make a 10 seconds pitch about Green ICT. Yeah, and I want you to make a great story. Once upon a time, there were 5 engineers. Every day, they thought how they can change the world. One day, somebody found an blah blah. This is boring so far what I said, but you know what I mean? I want you to make a 10 seconds pitch. There's one more question.
Not a question, but maybe a note. These are students from different universities. They do not work at Fraunhofer. And the question is, should every group do the same topic for the pitch, or should the topics be different? Because if one topic would be enough for every group, it could be the pitch for the Green ICT Camp, where everybody is at.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
Okay.
So they all work on the same pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to precise this to everyone?
I mean, Green ICT Camp is pretty clear, right, where you are. I mean, on the 4th day of the camp, you should get a good idea of what it is. That's what it.
Okay, Is everybody clear about the exercise? I want you to make down a really funny, a wild 10-second pitch. Tell me a story of 10 seconds where I say, wow, I want to hear more. Can you follow me? All right, start. Can we continue with this group over there with you, please? Can you come to the front, please? Das geht nicht? Ah ja.
Steckst du ihn das an? Bist du so?
Who's presenting?
Yeah.
Can you stick this here in here?
It's like a 10
10 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everybody listen. We have the first pitch. Everybody listen. Once upon don't rush. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 10 seconds.
Okay. So, once upon a time, there was an ICT event. Every day they talked about saving energy. One day the Wi-Fi went down. Because of that, everybody actually saved energy. Until finally they realized the greenest ICT is no ICT at all.
Great. Can you give me the microphone? Yes. Thank you. You can sit down again. Yeah. Next group, please. Next group. Can you stick this to your shirt?
How do we put this? Like this?
Yeah. Great.
Hello. Yeah. So once upon a time, there were a handful of tech enthusiasts who wanted to create something innovative. Every day, they attended lectures and workshops. One day, they were mentally exhausted. Because of that, they bunked the lectures and went on a city tour. Because of that, they found something innovative. Until finally, they invented a new sustainable solution to a bottleneck in electronics production.
Great, thank you very much. Next group, please. Next group. Can you stick this to your shirt?
Yep. No.
Once upon a time, there was a very dirty industry called semiconductor industry. Every day, they polluted the water we drink and the air we breathe. One day, a young engineer wanted to make a change. Because of that, an idea of students learning together about the possibilities of a greener future arose. Because of that, a group of young students came together until finally the Green ICT Camp was born.
Bravo. And the next group, please. Next group, please. Hello, next group. Can you stick this to your shirt, please?
Thanks. Once upon a time, there were IC chip factories in Dresden. Every day, these factories struggled to identify more efficient and sustainable methods to produce their ICs. One day, the government said that can't go on like this and gathered a bunch of young and motivated people to think of new ideas. Because of that, new methods were found and could be adapted into the industrial standards until one day IC factories actually weren't that big of an environmental problem.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, time is over. Thank you very much. We are 10 minutes overdue. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for your discipline. Thank you very much for your creativity. That's it. Thank you very much.